You hear the doorbell. On your porch stands a polite young man wearing a vest with a bank or delivery service logo. He's holding a tablet and says, "Sorry to bother you. We're conducting a quick security check for your bank. It's part of a new fraud prevention system. Could you please tap your card here to verify it's still active?" Sounds official, harmless, even helpful. But the moment your card touches that screen, your money is gone. This is not science fiction. This is real. It's happening right now in quiet neighborhoods, targeting those who look too polite to question, too kind to say no, too trusting to realize they're in danger. And here's the most terrifying part. They're targeting the elderly first. Why? Because scammers know you're more likely to open the door, because you still believe in authority and decency, and people wouldn't lie like that. But they do. They're counting on it. Fact, these criminals use portable contactless card readers, identical to what real stores use. One tap, and they drain up to $250 instantly, often multiple times, and they do it with such confidence you never even think to question. Warning signs. Someone asking you to verify your card at home. Wearing semi-official clothing with no clear ID, saying it's required by your bank or government. Claiming your account has been compromised and needs reactivation. Pressuring you for just one quick tap. Let me be blunt. If you hand over your card at the door, you might be handing over your last pension check. And if you think, well, I'd never fall for that, think again. Diane Mitchell, 74, from Ohio, was widowed, tired, and overwhelmed when a friendly man in uniform came by last fall. She tapped her card, he said thank you, and walked away. She lost $1,800, her rent money. She cried alone for hours before calling her daughter. And here's what she said. "I just didn't want to be rude." That sentence? That's what scammers live for. You must learn how to shut the door. You must stop believing that politeness protects you. And you must understand, no one is coming to save you if you don't act now. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about being alive next month. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how these scammers manipulate your brain and why your natural instincts are helping them steal from you. But first, lock your front door. You're not being rude. You're staying alive. You think you're in control. You think you'd notice if someone was trying to scam you. But these people are trained. They study psychology. They use your brain against you. Let me explain how. When someone rings your doorbell wearing a vest, holding a scanner, speaking politely, your brain makes an instant decision. This person looks safe. That's your automatic trust reflex kicking in. It worked 30 years ago. It kills people now. Scammers don't look like criminals. They look like customer service reps, postal workers, even police. They mirror your behavior. They smile if you smile, lower their voice when you do, use your name if they overhear it from mail near your door. This is called neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, and it works terrifyingly well. You open the door just a little. You engage in small talk. You want to be cooperative. You don't want to seem rude. That's how they own you. Trigger warning, true story. In Arizona, 78-year-old Walter G. opened the door to a man claiming to be from the Senior Banking Safety Division. He was polite. He showed Walter a fake badge. He said there had been fraud attempts in the area and asked Walter to verify his card. Walter tapped. The man nodded, smiled, and said, "Great, you're all clear. Have a nice day." 3 days later, Walter's account was empty. His caregiver found him collapsed on the floor from stress and dehydration. He had no money left for food. His mistake? He trusted a uniform. And here's the painful truth. No real bank will ever send someone to your door to check your card. Let me repeat that. Never. Not once in history has a legitimate financial institution needed your card at your home. If someone says otherwise, they're a criminal. Period. Do this instead. Install a peephole camera. They're cheap and save lives. Never open the door unless you know the person. If someone says they're from your bank, close the door and call the bank yourself. Using the number from your card, not the number they give you. Write this phrase on a sticky note near your door. Polite safe. You are not being cruel by protecting yourself. You're being smart. And if that feels uncomfortable, good. Growth is always uncomfortable. In part 3, I'll reveal the next level of this scam, how they're now using children and fake emergencies to break your defenses even faster. If you think it can't get worse, you're not ready. Imagine a child knocking on your door, crying, shaking, holding a note. My mom's in trouble. She said you'd help. You open the door. Of course you do. But the second you hand over your card to help, your account is gone. That's the new scam. And it's devastatingly effective. Real case, New Jersey. A 10-year-old boy, coached by criminals, went door to door. 3 elderly neighbors gave him their cards. One lost her rent, her savings, everything. Because kindness can be weaponized. Red flags. Children asking for help with a card or phone. Emotional stories about hospitals or emergencies. Printed notes with your name or address. Pressure to act right now. What to do? Say this and close the door. If it's real, I'll call the police for you. This is not about being rude. It's about staying alive. In the final part, you'll see how one tap at the door destroyed a family, and what you must do right now to avoid the same fate. It started with a knock. A man in uniform, polite voice, said he was from the bank, asked to verify the card. Helen, 81, didn't want to cause a scene. She tapped. 2 hours later, $3,500 gone. But that was just the beginning. Her electricity got shut off. She couldn't pay rent. Her daughter had to take out a loan. They stopped speaking for months. All because she didn't know how to say no. Here's the cold truth. Scammers don't just steal your money. They steal your stability, your trust, your family's peace, and no one is coming to fix it. But you. What you must do now. Never open the door to strangers. Ever. Put a camera at your front door. Even a fake one helps. Talk to your family. Share these stories. Don't keep this to yourself. Stick this near your door. I don't verify cards at home. Go away. Because here's the truth. You don't get second chances. One moment of kindness can cost you everything. Let this video be the last warning you ever need. And if you still think, it won't happen to me, that's exactly what they're counting on.